Alright, so fair warning. A lot of these are pretty opinionated, and like one or two of them I've only really ever played in like a Guitar Center somewhere. So I don't have the full experience of owning most of these, but I have played most of them very often, and I definitely have very strong preferences. So that's what I'm expressing in this video. I don't have a sponsor because I have 30 subscribers. Please, for the love of God, subscribe. Today I'm gonna be ranking all of the keyboards that I can remember clearly playing at any point in time. So this could be like 5 years ago, this could be yesterday, it just kinda ranges. Alright, well, let's get into it, I guess. Okay, so I couldn't find super well quality pictures of a lot of these keyboards, so they're really pixely, but you'll just have to bear with me. So this is a Yamaha keyboard that I play on a daily basis. It's the worst piano I've ever played, but it's the only one in my middle school band. It has actually a pretty decent amount of sounds, but they're almost all trash. They're almost all very bad. The piano sound is pretty realistic. But other than that, this is not a very good keyboard, and the speakers aren't too good. It also like breaks really easily, so that's a thing. I ranked this one 7th place out of all 7. Next one, we have a Casio Privia, which, to be honest, is not an amazing keyboard. It has 2 or 3 individual sounds, and frankly, not much to offer. The piano sound is really nice, so that is why it's higher than the Yamaha. Also, it's a better design. It stands on its own, you don't have to order a stand. This one's 6th place. Next up we have the Yamaha S80 at number 5. My dad actually has one of these downstairs, and it's got a pretty large selection of sounds. And most of them are pretty good, so I will give them that. To be honest, it doesn't have a whole lot to offer in the effects department. It's kind of a confusing user interface, and it's a bit hard to operate, which is why it's at number 5 and not higher, because it is pretty decent. Next up at number 4, we have a Korg i3 music workstation. Now, I've used this a few times in music stores. Now, I use it there because I think it's good, but not good enough to have as my main keyboard. Now, it's a bit expensive, but it's not extremely high-end, which is why I don't really understand why it's so revered by one of my music teachers, because she just loves Korg and thinks it's the best thing for a pianist. I would have to strongly disagree. Now next at 3, we have the tiny little thing sitting directly in front of me, or I guess behind me. It's an M-Audio Oxygen Pro Mini, and it's very strong and very adaptable. It works with almost any DAW and is very easy to learn. The user interface is excellent. Also, the pads can be changed, and that's a really nice feature. This is a pretty highly regarded MIDI controller, and it's excellent for beginners. Next, we have a Nord Stage 2 in 2nd place. It's an extremely strong and expensive keyboard, which is why I play it a couple times a month, because it's not actually super accessible to me because I play it on my church worship team. A brand new keyboard of this model is valued at about $3,500. Very expensive, but definitely worth it if you're willing to spend the money. It has some amazing sounding presets, and you can program your own. However, most of the effects on this keyboard can really just be done in your DAW, and a lot of virtual instruments are actually way stronger. All that being said, it's an extremely powerful tool and definitely worth it if you do want a high quality keyboard that you can show off to your friends. Number one, number one, number one. Are you surprised that there's an actual piano on this list? Well, it's number one. It's Boston by Steinway, and it's immaculately made. It's so organic, which makes sense, I guess, because it's a real piano. But this is no lie the best set of piano keys I've ever played. It feels so nice on your hands. It's so well crafted, and you can really feel it. But you do have to understand this is a quality instrument. Definitely worth the money. Much less than the Nord, but definitely better. This is the best piano I've ever played, and this is my video on all of the pianos I've ever played ranked. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe so I can see you again. It's literally free, and it lets me know that you enjoy what you're watching. You can let me know in the comments below if you want to see more videos like this, because this is my first try with one of these, and I'd love to know how I did, so see you in my next video.